now.
Be a good wife is to be a good mother, and everything else comes along with that. Living under, when we get married, we must get married to a man who is under the laws of God, who is, under the doctrine of divine knowledge of self. You can.
Now that's genius. Did you think of that one all by your little old self? What you said right there is profound. She said, basically in a nutshell, the translation is, find a
You can
good
have
man.
knowledge of self out there, but divine knowledge of self, which is pure, the absolute true knowledge of self.
Let's not omit self-love and self-preservation.
You must get married to a man like that. And a lot of people will say, well, it doesn't really matter if you have children and what the children know, because you could be in Babylon and still teach them what you want to know. Absolutely not. This does not work that way.
Somebody should have told you, whatever you thinking, do the opposite, because you go in the wrong direction. Like, I know you feel like you know what you're talking about, but trust me on this one.
Even when I was in my lower self at one point in time, I wanted to have kids, and I innately knew that I did not want to school my children or put my children into the lower self schools, because for some reason I knew that it wasn't working for me. So I did not want to give my children that. I wanted to homeschool my children. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know. Yeah. So in the midst of me wanting that or desiring that, I was looking for my husband, because I knew that once I found him, then everything else will come into play. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't want just any man. I just didn't want any man of any frequency of knowledge. I wanted a divine man. I wanted a divine knowledge of self, man, who is righteous in the laws of nature,
Then how in the hell you got mixed up with Nature Boy? Because he doesn't fit none of those criteria. And how's that been working for you thus far? What's up? This is His Lordship. And I just took 180 seconds out of your time. But that's not much. That's just 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Since people have destroyed what a podcast is no different than radio now. They totally didn't get the concept, podcast, short cast. But anyway, so I invented 183 seconds, so I don't have to waste your time, and you don't have to waste mine. Thank you for listening, and tune in to the next one.